Hey everyone, I'm Cosmic and welcome to Cloud. We are doing some fest today. It is quite the frosty fest. I've never actually like turned the camera around to look at the the plaza like this before. This is kind of cool. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize. Well, I guess that makes sense. Hopefully we get good maps. I have been playing a little bit last night, as you can see by me being halfway from Champion to Ruler already. Ooh. not starting off super strong. God, I can't. I'm not playing Undertow. I played Undertow last night. I'll take Scorch Hammerhead. Hello, Fire, Forbidden Honeydew, Will, Octoseal. Hope you guys are doing good. I spent all my shells last night. Right. I almost have 96 to 6 stars. So I'm gonna probably play this and try and get it up there. Honestly, rolled decent abilities on my shirt, so yeah, let's roll with this. Hope you guys are doing good. I have actually played a lot of Splatoon this week. I did a private battle with some friends, which is like, I honestly think the longest private battle, it was like 3.5 hours. Might be the longest private battle I've done in Splatoon 3. At least like since launch. So that was fun. I didn't stream it or anything, but it was a good time. My friend Smack actually streamed it. If you know Smack, he's my one mod who shows up sometimes. He has not streamed in like a very long time, but it was fun. Whew. I feel like it's been... Did I stream the last Splatfest? Maybe I didn't. I feel like it's been a while. I forget what I was doing instead of Fest, but... yeah. I'm sure we will find some things to yap about. I've made very good progress. Oh god. I've actually made very good progress on the boss ranking video. The script is like almost like done. Like, cause I have most of it. Like I've said, I've been doing the kind of weird workflow where I've been like writing some script, recording voiceover, editing, whatever, and I was like, I should probably stop doing that. So I have just kind of tried to like, you know, lock in and write the rest of the script, and it's most of the way there. I have like a couple of bosses left to talk about, and then I think it should be a pretty easy process. I mean, it's still gonna be, you know, time consuming, but hopefully it won't take too long to get the rest of that edited, and then I'm definitely hoping to still get it out this month. Oh, nice, Green Gamer. I low-key do miss Legos. They are just so expensive, though. Oh god. Yeah, you can join. I will open the pool. Yeah, I agree. I just wish it was explained better. Because it does just feel like they were a little too close by for the Splatlandian Noctarians to not like be affected, at least in some way, or like, you know, want to like interfere in any way. But yeah, I don't know. We are getting close though. I can feel it. We're getting close to actual news. I do think, with them doing that, like, Mario Tennis, I guess that was an overview trailer, so I don't know if that necessarily would have been, like, a direct segment, but, like, to me, them doing the Joy-Con colors and the Mario Tennis news is like, okay, we're probably not getting January Direct, right? Because I feel like they would have just saved that for then, if we were. Maybe, I guess Joy-Con colors aren't really, like, direct worthy, but, like, sometimes they have hardware stuff. I don't know. I think the third kits thing is insane, Cope. There was, like, one tweet from, like, some Japanese person who was like, after the announcement of Splatoon 3, it took, like, 31 weeks to get the next trailer, and then, like, after the announcement of Side Order, it took, like, a very similar amount of time. I don't know why it would be. I think it would be Raiders news. I literally just don't think the game is getting more kits. I don't think there's any reason to think that would be the case. If we're really coping, then we're getting Raiders news on Tuesday, but I really don't think that's the case either. I think it's just gonna wait until February at this point. I wouldn't complain. I would prefer it to be in a direct, but I would not complain about us getting it this month. Hello, Narson. I'm good. Hope you're doing good as well. Yeah, I don't even care about third kits. I don't know. I went on a whole rant like a couple streams ago, I think, so I'm not gonna. You probably know how I feel. I don't care. If we get third kits, cool, but I literally don't think there's any reason to think it's happening. Hello, Callie in the thumbnail. Yes. You get it. Yeah, no, I like, when we do get Raiders news at this point, I mean, anything would be big, like, literally, because all they have to do is show gameplay, or really even show more cutscenes. Like, anything would be huge, yes, but I do think we'll get, like, a substantial trailer. Because it will be like the, I think most of us are assuming the game is coming out, like, late spring, early summer. So there's going to have to be, like, a bit of a blowout, like, they're going to have to give us, like, all the information on the game within just a few months, starting with this trailer. So yeah, once we get there, I don't think it'll be nearly as painful. We just have to literally get to trailer 2, and then we'll have, like, a normal news cycle, and then the game will come out. Late summer like Splatoon 3, that's possible. I don't know. I just feel like Gen 10 of Pokemon, I think it was a leak, but I think it's basically confirmed to be coming out this year. So it does feel like they would want to kind of, like, space out releases. Splatoon Raiders just kind of makes sense as, like, the summer game. I feel like we're probably getting, like, Tomodachi Rhythm Heaven in spring. There's definitely other games I'm forgetting about, but I don't know. Splatoon has always made sense as a summer game. I think Splatoon 3, we pretty much know Splatoon 3 was pushed back, so I think ideally Raiders would be, like, late spring, early summer, but we'll see. It's coming out 2026. I would really be shocked if it was not coming out this year. It is Splatoon, and it's just already been a long time, is the thing, for a spin-off game. It's already been a long time between announcement and release. I just really can't imagine it being much longer. I mean, the game looks... We don't know what the game looks like, but again, the fact that they had cutscenes already suggests to me that, like, we shouldn't be waiting that much longer. Yeah, Raiders doesn't feel like the kind of game to get delayed. like, I don't know. It's, I really don't think we have to be worried. I don't think it's like a dev hell situation. I just think it's, I was talking about this on the last stream. I don't think we have anything to be worried about. I think they just announced it early to coincide with the other Splatoon news and to get people to buy Switch 2. But Splatoon 1 was also a weird situation. I mean, the Wii U was a whole different time. That was a new IP. I mean, it's just a whole different situation. I don't really think. I mean, even then, Splatoon 1 was shown about a year before launch. What I am predicting, like, Splatoon Raiders was shown in June. Oh, come on. That was close. Late spring, early summer is June. Like, what I'm suggesting is that it would come out about a year after reveal anyway. So, like, that would align with, you know, the Return of the Mammalians trailer to Splatoon 3's launch, and Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 1's launch. Like, I just think it's very reasonable. Yeah, side order was too early. We know that, but side order was also a year after, though. That a year from reveal to launch. So, like, yes, I think I'll say June. I'll commit. I'll lock in. I think June is when it's coming out, because that would be a year. I think it could be earlier than that. Yeah, I mean, it can't be delayed because we didn't even get a window for when it's coming out. So it would be an internal delay, but, you know, they wouldn't announce it as a delay anyway. I feel like it's earlier. I don't know. We'll see. My guess, I'm gonna say June, but I think May is possible. I really don't think it'll be, because it's a spin-off. It shouldn't take so long. Like, think of Age of Imprisonment. That was announced. When was that? That was in the Switch 2 Direct. Was that in April? And then it came out in like November. That's like normal spin-off announcement to release timing. So like Splatoon is already longer than that. Or is it? It's about the same right now, I think. But that's my point, is it should be soon. So we'll see. Yeah, Tomodachi Life, I could see it being like March, honestly. Because that game also did not need to be announced a year in advance. That game has probably been finished for months. I think they just wanted to be like, look, we're still supporting Switch 1 in 2026, but I feel like that game has probably been done. I mean, if 31-week theory is real, you know, then we'll get a trailer, you know, a few weeks sooner than I'm currently expecting. So, sure, I would take it. It wouldn't make a big difference. I think Vic Vion made a video on it. I don't know. I mean, she was hoping for third kits, or coping, I should say. Again, I really don't think it's third kits, but I also just don't even think it's real. I think it's like, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a coincidence, but I think that's just like, in both cases, it was something was announced early in the year and then was followed up on in the September Direct. Whereas this is an announcement in June, and now we're probably waiting for a February Direct. So I don't think it really holds up. I think it's just a different, you know, it's just different timing for the months the things were announced. Hey, Emzo. I mean, it's not a lot of Splatoon announcements, it's literally 2. It is just the past 2. And it's not even, I don't think it's consistent between, like, I don't think it was 31 weeks between the Return of the Mammalians trailer and the Salmon Run Next Wave trailer. Because that was like September to February, right? Well, the more wiggle room we put in that around is just like, that's not a theory, that's just, there's a Nintendo Direct in February and there's a Nintendo Direct in September. So yeah, that just applies to like every franchise. I don't think it's much of a, I don't think there's much value to, you know, analyzing it. I think it's just like, yeah, that's when Nintendo gives us news on anything. I mean, yeah, it's like, I get it, you know, I'm all in on the cope alongside everyone else. I just you know, I don't really care. I'd rather it be in a February Direct, kind of, because I want to finish this other video in January right now, and I just have some other real life things starting up this month. So I'd kind of prefer to just have it in February at this point, if I'm being completely honest, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I might try the boss rush again next week. I'm not sure. If I don't have a better idea for a stream, I can try it again. I would like to complete it at some point. I feel like they'll just put the Mario movie trailer in the Direct, to be honest. That seems to be... They're not afraid to be like, hey, you know, we know this is a thing for games, but also we're making a movie. Look at our movie. Our movie's cool. That's, I mean, the last one, they made a whole big deal about it. The original movie, you know, they did the casting reveal and everything. I feel like that's what they're gonna do, like a full cast reveal. Well, I don't know if they need to at this point. I guess we kind of know most of the main people anyway. But yeah, definitely Mario movie trailer is happening sometime, because the movie comes out in April. Still cautiously optimistic about that. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. Yeah, they have done the directs just for the movie. I just feel like the timing works out where, like, you know, a February trailer for an April movie makes sense, so I feel like they might as well just combine it. Okay, right. Hello, Yuffie. Oh yeah, Pokemon. I don't follow Pokemon stuff, so I don't really... Well, Pokemon Day is like a thing, right? And they normally do like a Pokemon Direct on those. I don't know. I forget what that is. And then everyone will have to act surprised when they reveal the theme of Gen 10. Because everything leaked like months ago. February 24th. That might be good for us, for Splatoon fans, because maybe then they will do the direct earlier in the month. I don't know. We'll see. Or they'll do a March direct because they hate us, but I'm hoping February. Only one special could return? Low-key, it might be Kraken. I don't know. I really like Kraken. I feel like... I mean, you definitely need other specials and other, like, you know, things to balance it, but... Kraken is iconic. I think it is very fun. Zipcaster is cool, I just don't feel like it's... I mean, I want Zipcaster to return. I don't know if it's my #1 thing, though. I do want to make a video about the agents. It's gonna be a while. I'm still deep in the production of my boss ranking video. By the time I finish that, I feel like we are genuinely going to get some Raiders news, and I'll want to, like, not that, you know, covering Raiders news shouldn't take all of my time. It should just more like be like a quick kind of like reaction and, you know, trailer breakdown. But I definitely do want to cover that. And probably then the agent video. I would ideally I mean, I'm very, like, you know, only have very preliminary ideas for the agent video. But yeah, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like boss ranking video. Hopefully we get Raiders stuff and I cover that. Then the agent thing, then whatever's next for Raiders. I heard you play Madden? No. I don't know if this is a joke I'm not understanding, but no, definitely not. Oh. You watched the water weakness video, nice. Yes, I that is like required viewing, I would say, for anyone anyone trying to get into Splatoon lore. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, unfortunate we didn't get any Splatfest art. I guess maybe they consider the, like, New Year's Shelly and Donnie art, like, but other years I think we've gotten. Well, have we gotten New Year's? They normally do a New Year's video and then Splatfest art. No, because there's other years they've done multiple illustrations. I don't know. But yeah, no art is unfortunate. J-Man, I have no clue what you're talking about. Probably just preoccupied with Raiders? I mean... I don't know. Art is hard. I'm not gonna say, you know, I definitely rarely have motivation. I draw like 3 things a year, but if you're a professional artist on the Splatoon team, I think you can crank out 1 drawing. You know, they gotta do like 4 per year. I think that can be someone's job while still working on Raiders. But I don't know, it's fine. I do not play Madden. I don't know where you heard that or who you've heard it from, but I've never touched that game. Maybe you got the wrong Cosmic Cloud or something, I don't know. I mean, did they tell you to go to @the Cosmic Cloud, or like, I don't know who you're talking about. There are multiple guys on the internet named Cosmic. You might just have the wrong one, or you're trolling. I literally can't tell. I feel like I want to say sometimes they've posted Splatfest art late, but I don't know. It'd be nice to get it. but I don't think we will at this point. This game has the best music overall. I saw there was like that poll someone posted in general too, where like most people said Splatoon 3 has the best music. I feel like, to be fair, some people are probably taking into account that you can play most Splatoon 1 and 2 songs in the jukebox, so it's like arguably a part of the game soundtrack. I don't know. I wouldn't... it's not an unfair argument. I definitely have my own emotional attachment to Splatoon 1 music. But yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, they do normally do new art. We got new art for Splatoween. It's not always the idols, like sometimes they just draw like some inklings, but we normally do get new art. What's the New Year's video? It might be a little late for that. Closest thing was the last stream, I guess. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, you're not talking about me, you're talking about the Splatoon, sorry. Yeah, it was the Grand Fest one with they did the New Year's countdown with all the idols. Okay, this is annoying because they're in our spawn, but I don't really want to jump back. They did not do Grand Fest. There was just a video posted on New Year's. That was like the idols performing 3 wishes, but they like reworked it into a New Year's countdown. It was just like a 10-second, like, cute little video. It was nice though. I mean, that was probably the best New Year's video. The other ones were cool, but I feel like this one was like the highest effort. I played a little on Urchin last night, which was fun. Just because it is a good map in this game, which Scorch is not. I'm missing it. Why is Now or Never in every game lore-wise? I feel like there is some lore, actually, because it's like... It's obviously covered by the idols. It just kind of became like a... like Anthem, or... Oh, they were all gold aerospace. I didn't even notice it until the end somehow. There's nothing crazy with it, but it's just like Now or Never became popular and people covered it pretty much. Yeah, dude, it drives me. It's always Mahi Undertow. I swear every fest, like when I get on, it's not the first rotation, but after that, it's always Mahi Undertow, which is terrible. Mahi is like awful in turf. Undertow is awful in most things. It's every fest and it drives me insane. Oh yeah, there was the whole thing. The orange guy in Seaside was like saying that Seaside actually wrote Now or Never and Squid Squad stole it from them, even though I think it's actually the other way around. There was like some fictional like Twitter drama about it. Which is funny that that exists, but yeah, it's not like deepest lore. But it is a thing. Oh yeah, there's like the icons. I don't know, I don't think there were any I cared about. It was like deep cut Frosty Fest icons or something. If they had like Squid Sisters, like 2D art ones, maybe I would care, but I don't think they do. Yeah, the graffiti icons are cool. The icons just feel so like... I don't know. I don't really like that they're on a rotation. It's just like, it's a weird thing to have like FOMO of like, oh no, I missed the drops for like a Splatoon character console icon. Like, I don't know. I sort of wish they were all just there, or there was like a different way you could unlock them that wasn't just like waiting and getting lucky. But yeah, it's fun that they are a thing that exists, I guess. I mean, I think there basically is an icon for every existing, well, not every existing piece of Callie art we have. It's not like they have all of the Splatoon 1 Splatfest art, but all of the main art. Oh. I think Summerfest just doesn't have the same, like, ring to it. I don't know. I mean, Springfest is also kind of whatever. I wish they made icons of the, like... There's art, I'm pretty sure drawn by Seita Inouye, of, like, inklings for every single weapon in Splatoon 1. It's in the Splatoon 2 art book, but it's all the weapons from Splatoon 1. And I really, really love that art specifically. It's, like, my favorite inkling art that's ever been made. That would be really cool to have as Switch icons. I feel like Spooky Fest is maybe too obvious, but like, I think Splatoween always sounded weird to me. I don't feel like that has like a good ring to it. It's like I don't know, I'm used to it now, but like, I always thought Spooky Fest was like maybe a better name for it, but I don't know. I don't really care. Yeah, I do not like the table turf art style very much. It was cool when they had all of the, they did that big 10th anniversary art with like all of the characters, and then they made each one of those an icon. That was pretty cool. I do feel like there are a lot of good Splatoon icons, but yeah, I do not care for the table turf ones. I mean, I literally never change my icon. I get all of the Splatoon icons, like, just because. Not even all of them, but I get a lot of icons I think look cool, and then I literally never change off Captain Toad. Okay. Really? Okay. Yeah, the point system is just, like, whatever. They used to have, like, My Nintendo, which gave you, like, actually cool stuff occasionally, but now it's just, like... Or it was, Club Nintendo. And then they changed it to My Nintendo. And it's, like... Whatever. And then, didn't they... They just got rid of the, like, game vouchers. Or they're like, going to. So, and that was, like, the one actually, like, valuable thing. So, I don't even know anymore. Yeah, the Kirby Aerators ones that are just, like, actual JPEGs of food. Okay. Do gold points even do anything anymore? Like, you could use them to save like 2 cents on a purchase. And then I think they got rid of that, so now they're like, I don't even know what they do. Oh, we'll kill this guy at least. Oh. I ran out of ink. Nice. They still, I mean, you can still get gold points, but I don't know what they do. I literally don't know how to use them. Oh, they are gone? Okay, I didn't even know that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they would remove them, but also It says you still have 125 gold points. Well, I don't know then. I thought the like little like jars still showed up when you like click your Nintendo account. I don't know. Well, don't people complain that Steam points don't do anything? I mean, having like a rewards system, a rewards program for like repeat customers is a good thing. It's just, I feel like they haven't really figured out what to do with it for the past like 10 years. Oh, I mean, I guess that is a thing. I've never once in my life like clicked on someone's profile on Steam. But to be fair, I'm not much of a PC gamer, so maybe that is an actual reward for some people. I mean, yeah, Steam, yeah. Steam has good consumer-friendly practices otherwise, but the Steam points are pretty useless. They could literally just have console themes. That is true. They certainly could do that, and I'm sure people would be happy. Is there an actual Splatfest? It's a rerun of Frosty Fest. It's the friends versus family versus solo, but it is a real fest. Yes. Yeah, they put some effort into the shop, at least. They did actually have, like, Christmas music playing and, like, different, like, UI and sound effects and things. So, that was, like, the smallest hint of Wii U 3DS eShop that we've seen in a very long time. I just want them to apply it to the actual console. Rerun the Costume Fest. Did they even do that in Splatoon 3, or was that only Splatoon 2? That was only 2, I think. Why is everyone switching from Death Knight to Azrael Knight? I hope it's not from the Spooky Dude video, because I thought that theory was terrible. I've been thinking a lot about Deltarune, actually. I mean, that's not a surprise to anyone, I guess, but, like, specifically, like, today and yesterday. I don't know. I do not think Azrael Knight is good. But it also is probably just, like, the trend for the week. Okay, but did you see that one edit? I have never been remotely convinced of anything Rudy Knight, but someone made, like, a kind of, like, fire edit of, like, all the Rudy Knight evidence, and, like, that it's the closest I've ever gotten to being convinced. I'm not fully, like, on board, but, like, I was like, wait a minute. Maybe they kind of have a point. I honestly don't think the Fest reruns are even canon, because the dialogue is exactly the same. Like, when they announced the Fest, they're like, oh wow, look at this theme, and give their opinions like it's the first time. It's just the exact same dialogue, so I don't think it's canon. No, I don't, yeah, like, I don't believe in Rudy Knight. I guess it was just like, I saw the vision a little bit more. And to be fair, I assume... I haven't delved too deep down this rabbit hole. I would assume if you are a Rudy Knight truther, you're assuming that he's, like, feigning the illness, or can, like, turn into the night and, like, power up or something. I don't think they're suggesting that, like, cancer patient Rudy Holiday is crawling out of his hospital bed and dragging Undyne across town, but I don't know. I haven't really heard the fake cancer. Yeah, I don't know. That would be an explanation. Like, I don't think it's real. I think that'd be stupid, but, like, to their credit, not impossible. Oh, hey, ruler. Nobody could realistically drag Undyne across town? Yeah, I mean, that's what's weird, like... Oh, yeah, you need to play 3 and 4, for sure. Asgore could? What if the knight is Turbo? Hi, Dan. Like, Turbo like the snail? Is that who we're talking about? or Turbo Wreck-It Ralph? I don't... Okay. I don't know where that comes from or what that means. Oh, Togor, right. Sure, it could be Togor, I don't know. Is Onion the knight? I mean, in the 2 chapters where we see the knight, we don't see Onion-san. Just saying. I mean, yeah, it's like a Disney movie, right? I don't think Turbo's like an obscure character. I don't like Turbo the snail. I thought the movie's kind of bad. But I know of him. Yeah, that'll happen, Gooberling. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything actually new to say about Deltarune. I just... Well, there has been some... Toby just dropped that, like, shadow crystals are made of determination on Twitter. That was kind of crazy. I don't know exactly what to make of that, but I guess that is something... I haven't really seen, like, a full video on that yet. I feel like I want to hear someone's, like, breakdown of, like, what that could mean. I think the S3 Splatfest songs are horrendously mid, really? Wait, this is Big Betrayal. You're saying that now? This is like the best one. I think some of them are. I think Fins in the Air is like the worst Splatfest song easily. I think Till Death Do Us Part is like whatever, but Big Betrayal is a banger. I mean, I don't know if they're on... But Spamton wanted Chris's soul, and he already had the Shadow Crystal, so I don't think they're on like soul level. But yeah, I mean, I guess it does. I guess it kind of strengthens. I mean, there are already people who thought, you know, shadow crystals come from the night because of like the Fallen Star book and what Gerson says about the night flying through his study. But especially with the fact that the night has to be a lightener and have determination because they make a fountain. Like, shadow crystals have to come from a lightener, probably. And like Swatch implies that like Mettaton kind of like created the Neo body, so maybe it formed. I don't know. S2 Now or Never is the worst Splatfest song. True. Okay, fair. Well, mostly fair. I don't. In terms of like, I guess in my mind, Now or Never doesn't like count as a song. It's just like the end. You know, it's not like what's playing for most of the match. But like, yeah, fair enough. S2 Now or Never is peak. I don't know, man. I feel like even most Off the Hook fans admit that that one's not great. Like, compared to the other ones, I don't think it's very good. Springfest lobby music, okay. I was talking like battle music that plays for the first 2 minutes. But yes, if we're encompassing literally every song to do with Splatfest, it's like Springfest lobby at the bottom. Then Fins in the Air and Splatoon 2, Now or Never. Yeah, Metal Lark. I always forget what it's called. I always forget they spit up shark bites. That's so weird. Splatoween Crab and Go. Well, they did like a Final Fest version that was like Off the Hook and the Squid Sisters singing Now or Never. I just hate the beginning. I hate the stupid like da 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 da, and it just like pauses awkwardly. I don't. They started doing that. Splatoon 1 didn't do that, and it was better. I don't remember if Splatoon 3 does it. Unused Table Turf Splatfest song? I don't know what you're referring to. That might exist. I was Star Drivers is cool. Okay, well maybe... I don't know. I don't remember that one that well. I just remembered liking it more than the normal Off the Hook one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who is playing Table Turf during Fest anyway. If that's true, that's hilarious that they cut a Table Turf Splatfest song but left the Octoling shitting himself in the porta potty. You care about Table Turf? Okay, but are you gonna get on it during Fest? Maybe you will, I don't know. I mean, people play Salmon during Fest, I guess, but... Okay. I mean, it would be cute if it was like Marigold singing it or something. I don't know. I haven't even heard of this supposed unused song, so... I don't know what it sounds like or where it would have played exactly. You never seem to encounter that Easter egg? I think it's just if you stand there for long enough. Oh, they have a DC. It's a mirror match anyway, so whatever. What do you mean Octoling shitting? I can show you. Well, we're in a lobby right now, so I don't want to disband it. If you go like down the street, if you know where the pig is, there's the big blue pig in Splatsville, and there's like the ramp. If you go to like the end of the alleyway, there's a porta potty there, and during Splatfest, there's like Octoling pain sounds. Like it's like the Octoling boy like damage sounds play from the porta potty for some reason. It's literally just like an Octoling like having diarrhea, and that's in the game for some reason. It's not just Splatfest? I thought it was just Fest. Maybe it can play during day? I always thought it was a Splatfest exclusive thing, but I don't know. It is the regular lobby. Okay, well. Does that mean bro's been stuck in there for like the full 24 hours? I honestly think, one of the... I just don't like the Table Turf art style. I think if Table Turf cards looked cooler, I would be way more incentivized to play the game and, like, care. I just don't like the art style. This is important to understand Octoling biology. We have Splatoon piss and shit theory to go with the Deltarune one. Yes. How's one join your room? Oh, yeah. The pool is just Cosmic Cloud. I normally type a message, but I forgot. Hang on. I got a new keyboard and I like it, but I'm not like fully used to it yet. So it's like I have to retype things like 3 times. I don't know if you know how to join a pool. You go to this and press plus, and then when I send the invite, you see the room. I mean, I got more mileage out of Table Turf than Squid Beats, to be honest. So I was okay with it being gone, but I know a lot of people miss it. Yeah, the maps are not great right now. I don't blame you, Gibberling. Splatoon poker? That would go hard. We need like a Luigi casino, but like... I guess Judd would be the best candidate, maybe. He's got the bow tie. I'm okay with that being Judd's role. Some people want him to be the villain. I want Judd to deal cards in the Splatoon casino. Yeah, Table Turf for sure should have had like online multiplayer at launch. I have no idea why it didn't. That was ridiculous. It didn't even have multiplayer, period. Like you couldn't, you literally could not play against people until like season 2, which was insane. Why would Judd be a villain? I don't know. Ask the people. Well, people want Little Judd to be a villain, I guess. I don't know who these people are. I don't know if they still exist, but they definitely did exist going into Splatoon 3. Oh yeah, just upgrade the shoal. They had to dedicate time to shitty Nocturne instead of Table Turf Online. I guess this is true. Your people? Okay, there. Yeah, they do exist. Oh, okay. Okay, that was... Nope. I don't know why. Sometimes I just, you know, I just want to go for it, and it's not worth it, but I don't care. Yeah, I literally... Fizz bangs were like exciting for a second, and then you realize like, oh, this is kind of just like less effective than shooting at the guy with my gun. So I don't know. They're like kind of nice. If you're a weapon that like has no long range options, you can sort of like poke with them, but at least for the weapons I play, yeah, it's literally just not worth using them most of the time. I hope there are better, like, Splatfest gimmicks. Or they just let us play ranked modes. You could always just let us play ranked modes in Splatfest. Always an option, Nintendo. Give everyone a Rainmaker? I mean, yeah, I don't know why. I feel like that's come up before. It's like, yeah, they could just put challenges in Splatfest. Like, make it a separate queue, maybe, but like, yeah, why not? Oh. Again, I would not get your hopes up for third kits. I really don't think we're getting any more, but I can't say it's impossible. We didn't even get a balance patch though. I think there was normally... There was expected to be a balance patch in December, and there was not. Oh shoot, I should have backed out. Or wait, are we full? That's just the person we just played with. I should have backed out for the person who wanted to join, but oops. One day one day they'll remember they announced traders. Yeah, one day. Okay, but like, no Splatoon game. Third kits were expected in the first place because every Splatoon game has had some third kits. Now we have some third kits. I just don't think there's any precedent for more. Like, every other Splatoon game has ended with only like half-ish of the weapons having third kits. So I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up. Geometry Dash update schedule. Yeah, I mean, Switch 2 is really weird in that it, like, it's trying to breathe life back into a lot of games. I mean, obviously the third kits update was for Switch 1 and 2, but it was, you know, kind of tied together with like the Switch 2 update news. It's a weird moment for a lot of games, like Kirby and the Forgotten Land effectively getting DLC years later, Animal Crossing getting an update years after the fact. It's weird. It's a weird time for a lot of games, but yeah. I don't know. I don't think the copyright thing means anything, because we already have the Switch 2 edition of Splatoon 3. Like, it already got a free graphics update. So I don't really know... I don't know what that would mean. I don't know what it would entail. I don't think they would do like a, you know, 120 FPS patch or whatever. Like, I think they're just gonna save that for Splatoon 4 at this point. They rated it. It wasn't copyright. Yeah, it was. They rated Splatoon 3 for Switch 2, which was not previously the case because it's a Switch 1 game. But the same thing also happened for like Pikmin 3 apparently. I don't really know if it means anything. They did the same thing for Pikmin 4 did get like a free update though, I think. Well, but yeah, but that's the same as Splatoon 3, which didn't have it, so I don't know. I really don't know. Shoot. I really do think that February Direct... I'm like, on one hand, if there's literally anything Raiders, I will be entirely content and not care. But also, I do think overall, like, it should be a really solid Direct. It kind of needs to be, because I just think not having, like, a real holiday release... I just think Pokemon was, like, too early to count as a holiday release. And Metroid Prime 4 was just too niche to really be like Prime 4 is not really a system seller, especially with it being on both consoles. You could literally play the game on Switch 1. But like, I think it's so weird that there wasn't like a system seller holiday game. Like there were a solid amount of first party games, but I just, yeah. But Prime 4 was always going to go under the radar. Like, that's just what Metroid does. you don't end the year with Metroid. Like, that's not... It's never had that kind of swing. So it's just weird. It's just a weird decision. I don't know. I think it's really odd that they spaced out the games the way they did. And I just feel like, you know, we know about Fire Emblem. We know about all these little updates to other games. But we still, I think they need to start properly laying out the schedule for the year. I think we get a Raiders, at least a Raiders window. I think we're probably just gonna get the date at this point. Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven dates. More info on Duskbloods, because that's like a big deal, and we still barely know anything about it. And I think they need to announce some new first parties. I mean, Fire Emblem, at least give us like a release window. I think they need to announce some big games in this Direct. I really do think they do. Yeah, Kirby, I mean, Kirby's in the same thing where it's like, it's a good game. I don't think people are buying a Switch 2 for it. You know, it's like, it's something you wait for a big game and then think, oh, also, yeah, I'll get Kirby. Oh, sorry, wait. There we go. I canceled in time, don't worry. Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you, game, I know. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all the FromSoft fans, like, they're not going to be happy about it, but a lot of them probably are going to buy a Switch 2 for Duskbloods, so... I don't know. I mean, unless if it's, like, limited, exclusivity. I don't think it is, though. They didn't make it sound like it was. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Donkey Kong was big. Like, I don't want to discredit, like, I think Donkey Kong Bonanza, it doesn't have the selling power of a 3D Mario, but, like, that was, like, a big, really good first-party game. So that happened. But yeah, I do think we just need to hear about some other big franchises. We are, in fact, not happy about it, yeah. Go to the toilet? Oh, well, we're in a room now. We can, sorry. I mean, Family Game of the Year is like, whatever. That's like the Nintendo Free Pass category. And that's, I mean, normal people don't care about that. Like, I don't think moms aren't buying a console for little Timmy because it won Best Family Game of the Year. Like, the casual audience does not watch the Game Awards. Family Game of the Year is like a stupid category. It's like, it means family friendly or sometimes actually multiplayer. Like Splatoon won Family Game, which doesn't make any sense because it's a single player game. So like, it's just a stupid category. It doesn't make any sense. It's literally just the Nintendo category most years. Yeah, go to the toilet without any context. Well, you know what I mean. One person can play Splatoon per console. It's not, you're not playing the game with your family unless you all own your own consoles and copies of the game. I feel like that, in my mind, that disqualifies it from being, if you think of Family Game as a game, you know, for the family, I think of like New Super Mario Bros. I don't think of a game where one person's playing on the screen and other people are just sitting there. Yeah, I mean, the Game Awards, a lot of it is just ads. I think it's entertaining. I don't think it's, like, great at achieving its, like, you know, ideal job of celebrating games. I think it's interesting. It's an interesting moment for the gaming industry, but it's like, yeah, a lot of it is just ads, a lot of it sucks. I mean, I wouldn't expect Splatoon 4 to have local split screen. It would be nice, but I don't know why it being switched to exclusive would enable that. I think they just don't really want to put it in the game. Hit single player, Return of the Mammalians, yeah. I mean, Splatoon 1 was able to run 2 instances of the game at the same time because you could do the dojo mode that was on the screen in the gamepad. I don't think console power has ever been the limiting factor for split screen. I think they just don't want to put it in the game. I don't know. I didn't really grow up playing like split screen shooters. Oh, Punch Clash. It would be cool if it was a feature. I mean, I have friends who don't care about Splatoon as much as me, so I would like to be able to bring it over and for us to all play on the same console, but I guess it's not something I really anticipate happening. Salmon Run split screen sounds really fun, but also like it would be impossible to see anything. Like, that would work so well in theory for what the mode is, but like, when you imagine how much is going on the screen, I mean, Salmon Run does genuinely struggle, at least on Switch 1, literally running, you know, one screen at a time. I don't know. That would be something. Well, game share is like... Game share isn't local multiplayer, that's like lending your friend a game, right? Like, you can't play the game when you lend your friend a game with game share. It's not like DSi download play. It's like you're just giving it to them physically. Oh, Oh, yeah, it does have the cast thing. Yeah, that could be interesting if it was like a DSi download play, and you just like you could play like Salmon Run. You could play the local version of Salmon Run like from the shoal with multiple consoles, but only one person owns the game. That would be nice. I mean, I would certainly not complain. I don't know, I guess for me that's pretty low on the priority list. Obviously anything to help people like save money would be appreciated. And I think that would be a cool way to get more people to be able to play the game that wouldn't otherwise. But I don't know. I don't know if that's really something they're thinking about. Hello, Smack. I mean, yeah, I would believe you. I don't know, a bunch of us were on last night. Imagine one of the minigames from Nintendo Land, but for Splatoon. I mean, I feel like what you're describing, I don't know if you know about the Splatoon 1 local mode, but it basically was that. It was like a kind of minigame where you like shoot balloons and played on the multiplayer maps, and it was like a 1v1 mode. That's basically what it was. So yeah, I mean, I'd be down to see something like that again. Make Box Boy 5. My dad is Nintendo. Well, I mean, the running theory, or the running extreme copium, at least, is that it will happen on Tuesday, but I don't think that is the case either. We did not get our conch. I got a silver. I got a silver title yesterday. I don't even remember what it was. It's like Adored Optimist, I think. I feel like I've gotten like one other silver, but I don't actually remember. I've still never gotten a gold. Triangulating the dates of the direct, yeah. Wonder how long they'll stick with regular. Yeah, I mean, the fact that Splatoon Raiders, obviously it's a spin-off. It depends if they keep doing spin-offs, I think. Because if they want to differentiate between mainline Splatoon and spin-off Splatoon, I think the numbers make sense. And you know, shooter series are typically understood to be like an iterative thing. But yeah, I could see them start doing subtitles, or even like a number and a subtitle. Will we ever get Agent 3 cape or swimsuit? Unfortunately, I don't think so. Swimsuit, spacesuit. Close enough. I know what you mean. I was watching your stream recordings, I think. Yeah, I mean, it was more a thing I was thinking about like a long time ago before Splatoon 3 even came out. It's not really something I think I will be doing anymore. Because the story, like, first of all, parts of the story relied on me, like, being, like, kind of just wrong about certain parts of Splatoon lore. So, and it was also, I mean, it was like this massive, like, way too ambitious thing. It's just not something I'm really interested in making anymore, but yeah. I at some point wanted to make a Splatoon comic. I hope they don't go the full live service route. I really like the way Splatoon works, actually, where it's like you have each game for like a set amount of years. I mean, the thing that I hate about live service stuff like Fortnite is then it just like goes away. And I guess, I mean, you know, we've already seen it with Splatoon 1 where the server shut down, but I guess I would almost rather it be like the server shut down in an old game than just like that game gets replaced by a newer game. Like, it's like a Ship of Theseus thing where like after enough updates it's just not the same game anymore, and it's like, well, what if I wanted to go back and play the old version? And the fact that you can't do that, like, I think sucks. It's genuinely like, I mean, Fortnite is not a very appealing game to me for a lot of reasons, but the fact that, like, if I like something, knowing that they could just take it away forever and then I can't play it anymore, outside of, like, I know there's, like, custom games and stuff, but, like, you know, if I don't want to have to do that. I want to just go into the normal queue of the game and play the game that I like playing. And if they just take stuff away that I had fun with, then it's like, well, then I kind of don't want to, like, care. I don't want to get invested in this gameplay mechanic if it's just going to leave in a month. So, yeah, I really hope they never go fully down that route with Splatoon. Partly just for the sake of preservation, but also, you know, just my own way that I enjoy video games. Splatoon forever. Yeah, I hope it's not like that. Why can't you ink this, by the way? I still don't know. Oh. Are you dropping or not? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. They forgot inkable walls were a thing until they added crab leg. Yeah, I guess they did. Bum, ba-dum, bum. I love this stupid emote. The character looks so dumb with this emote. I just like the stupid smile at the end. They forgot again when making Lemuria Hub. Yeah. Walleye Warehouse, Aw Victory. Yeah. We get new maps in like 44 minutes. That's kind of a long time, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Splatoon 4 looks really good, because I do think Splatoon 3 is like, I'm hoping it's like an awkward middle step. I feel like there's lots of stuff which like just like the ink colors and like the inkling hair colors and models and like saturation and the lighting and things. There's lots of things in Splatoon 3 that feel like there's upgrades, but also things just feel like they should be tweaked a little bit further. And I'm hoping Splatoon 4 really does kind of like, you know, take the improvements from Splatoon 3, but actually like make it feel like more of a cohesive art style, I guess. I mean, I don't want them to go too far, because I like the, like, you know, the realistic style environments and the characters looking the way they do. I don't really want them to stray too far from that. Unless it's like a, you know, I think if the spin-offs want to start getting like really weird and experimental, we could see different art styles. But as long as it's still like, you know, third-person shooting and movement, I would like it to look pretty similar, just like, you know, better. Also, yeah, 10x. Lock in. Would you rather have all Splatoon levels look like that one good Splatoon level, or Octo expansion quality gameplay? I mean, for me, it's not really one or the other, because I think the maps being well designed, like a part of good map design to me is it feeling organic and kind of blending into the world. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, would I just want to play on, like, you know, a complete like blank concrete like, you know, floating arena, but it has like lots of routes and options and mechanics. But for me, if a map looked really, I don't know, I'm not enough of a competitive player where like if a map perfectly blends into like the environment and has like a super core aesthetic that it like harnesses really well, like that would be a pretty much perfect map to me. Even if there's like technically, because like part of the hallway maps is that the hallways are like unrealistic. I think it all ties together. It's not really like two separate things. Oh, and single player. I think I'd be okay with boring looking levels that played better. Because I do think Octo Expansion, like again, the thing with Octo Expansion is that it's carried by the backgrounds. So like, I don't know, I'd still be sad if like the vibes were off the whole time playing the levels, but like, I feel like in terms of the finale would have to be good. Like, as long as they locked in for like the final part of the game, I could handle some boring looking but actually fun to play levels, I think. Because that's basically just what the best parts of Alterna are. Abracadabra is definitely... I mean, I think in my video I said it was the best looking, so yeah. I would agree. But even then, that's like... That was the best looking because it leaned into the sort of abstract, dreamlike quality of Octo Expansion levels. But if we're talking like, which is the most like grounded and best looking, I would probably say it's like the Spinal Phase. Or, you know, like one of the escape phases. Abracadabra is the invisible platform level, where there are like the ink switch targets that you shoot, and they like move the invisible platforms. It's memorable because there's like the giant bubbles. There's the big submarine and the bubbles, and most of the level is invisible, so you just kind of feel like you're like floating in this like underwater abyss. It's really cool. What do I think about ramps? I'll see you, Gooberling. I mean, again, the ramps aren't the problem. Just put something on the ramps. The ramps are only a problem when they're empty. And if you're not going to put anything on them, then yeah, just like connect the segments of the level and don't put a ramp there. I don't know, man. I still think Raiders, I think they'll nail it. I have a lot of faith. I don't think we're getting empty ramps again. And if we do, I think they'll at least look better. You can only splashdown jump from launch pads? What do you mean? In well, no. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, ramps in terms of like not having one-way drops on multiplayer maps, obviously, yeah. But again, it's like, the ramp isn't really what we're talking about in the single player, it's just like a stretch of empty space. I mean, we don't even know if Raiders will have levels. I really don't think we can make a judgment call on that yet. You know, that island that we see that's empty is probably like literally the tutorial zone. Yeah, I really think it'll be something totally new. I don't know. I always feel like a broken record when we talk about Raiders because we just have like the same 3 things to talk about, but yeah. I definitely, I don't know. I don't have a reason to be worried yet. So I'll be optimistic until I've given reasons to be pessimistic. Because I do just think, you know, inherently with it being a spin-off, with them having, you know, the development resources to make the focus of the game the single player, with the need to justify it not being a part of Splatoon 4, I just think there's enough factors in their favor, or at least in the favor of the game being good and being something new and exciting, that I currently have only, you know, good expectations for it. Well, I'm not. My point of what I'm saying is that there are logical reasons to be optimistic about Raiders, and no real strong arguments for why to be pessimistic about Raiders. Whereas with Third Kits, we have reasons to think they're probably not happening. They described the first, or you know, the 10.0 update was called a bonus update in the description. No other Splatoon game has had Third Kits for all of the weapons. It's been this long, and that was like a tie-in with, like, you know, the Switch 2 upgrade, whereas now there would be no real, like, a reason for there to be an update to the game. I just think everything points to more Third Kits not happening. Single player story is good, bad, good, bad? I would not say that. That says side order is good, and I feel like most people agree side order was kind of disappointing. It wasn't terrible. I don't think it was as bad as Return of the Mammalians, but like, you know, it wasn't Octo expansion levels of good by any means. Oh, see you, Fire. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I think another balance patch. I thought there would have already been one by now. So I mean, I do think we're in the period, you know, there was an era of Splatoon 2 where they stopped being consistent and would just happen like every now and then. But I definitely think we're not done with balance patches. I think at the end of the last patch, they said, you know, we will evaluate, you know, data over a period of time and then have another patch. So there should be at least one more, and probably a few more. I think so too, Smack, but everyone is coping. I don't know, you still see it all over. It was S1 levels of good? I like Octo Valley more than Side Order. I don't know if that's a hot take. For me, it was not S1 levels of good. Will Wavebreaker ever get buffed? Maybe someday. I mean, I understand the kit distribution is weird, but it's been weird in every game. Like, I mean, people say like, oh, these classes need these kits, but it's like, Nintendo has never viewed it like that. Nintendo adds the kits to the game that they want. We don't really understand their system, but it's never been, you know, evenly distributed. It's never been balanced exactly how the players want. Like, I just don't think that means anything in terms of, like, the possibility of us getting another update. Yeah, I know some people were coping for the Reef because we got Urchin, which I do think, like, you know, is somewhat reasonable. I don't think it's happening, but if we were ever to get any maps added to the game, I think it would be the Reef. But yeah, I sort of agree that it was like, oh, 10th anniversary, we'll put the iconic first map in the series into the third game. And like that was it. They were just being cute with it. Like it wasn't it wasn't a sign of things to come. It was like that was it. I mean, I just think Splatoon 2's 10th anniversary matters a lot less. Also, there's no way they would update the game that late. They'll be like deep in Splatoon 4 at that point. Yeah, I mean, I know, but... Oh, okay. That was literally just like spray and pray, hope the RNG hits the guy. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive. Oh, well, it's kind of working. Just kind of cleaning up back here. So I don't see much reason to keep pushing so far in, but so we want to keep up the pressure a little bit. Oh, got cancelled. Yeah, that's very fair, Octoseal. I mean, I'm having a good time. This isn't as bad as last night. Mahi Undertow. Our balance changes canon. Sort of. The Splatoon 1 specials being overpowered and getting banned by, like... The exact wording is, like, the powers that be. So it's... I don't know if it's the government or just, like, whoever, like, runs ink battles as an official sport. But, like, the Splatoon 1 specials were canonically banned for being too strong. I don't know if, like, buffs to specific weapons are. That's probably more questionable. I do think there are like restrictions though. Because like we have whatever the limiter, we still don't really understand the limiter that Agent 3 removes during their fight in Octo Expansion. I mentioned in my sanitization video, it's like it could be a like physical limitation of Inkling biology, or it could be like something to do with the way weapon kits are made, where you can only have one special per main weapon. But that, you know, that at least definitely seems to be like a regulation, is that you have, you know, one main, one sub, and one special. So I think like tweaking the rules a little bit, and like, you know, you could argue like ink efficiency buffs are like, you know, allowing a weapon to have like a larger like, I'd like ink, like magazine. I don't, I don't know. You can make it work, but there's not really like much we know about it, I guess. How would Agent 3 remove the limiter if it's biological? Well, it's like, I think of it as like them like going beyond their like limits because Tartar is controlling them. I don't have like a whole idea specifically of how it works out. Oh, disconnect. Unfortunate. Well, the special packs are different because those I like going back again to the Rassicus water video. It seems like what's in the special cans and the special packs is literally just more ink to like charge your special, but the thing with the limiter and Agent 3 is that they use multiple different specials. So, like it's that wouldn't necessitate it being biological or like a physical part of the weapon kit. It's just like, that's just ink to charge your special, but that's, I think it's a different thing. Oh, you forgot to, okay, oops, well, I can remake the room after this so more people can join. Been watching vids for a few months. Honestly, you have good theories. Well, thank you. I feel like I don't have that many like theories. I mean, I guess, I don't know, what I'm doing right now is kind of theorizing, but like my main like theory video is still just the memcake thing, which I do absolutely stand by. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool to make more like actual like speculation based things. It's kind of just a thing with Splatoon where like so many people don't even know like the baseline canon, that I feel like going off into like, you know, deep speculation is like, it's difficult. There's just a lot to explain if people aren't already familiar. And I don't know, I'm not like a huge person for like headcanons necessarily. Like, I obviously have my own like interpretations and thoughts on how things work, but I'm not really the type of person to like just like come up with stuff that isn't talked about at all in the games. It depends, but yeah, I don't know. I'd like to, I mean, that's why I at least want to like the agent video out, and then we're gonna have all the Raiders stuff, and I'm gonna want to like, I don't know, I mean, we'll have to see what Raiders lore and story is like, if like, you know, I want to do a review, so I will definitely like talk about the lore and my thoughts on it in like a review sense, like I did with Side Order, but, you know, we'll see how much room there is to like speculate. Because, I mean, Side Order releasing is what drove me to make the memcake video. I imagine Raiders will, you know, raise some questions in a similar way. Make a video about Octo Valley? I mean, my Splatoon story and what it means to be human is effectively my Octo Valley and Octo Expansion video, I feel like. I don't know how much more I really have to say about it lore-wise. For a while I wanted to make a video just talking about why I still love it so much, and maybe I'll do that. I've covered it, like, you know, in bits and pieces. Like, I've talked about the level design, I've talked about the bosses a bit. Oh, well, I've talked about the bosses definitely after this video that I'm working on. I would like to make a video, maybe, like, I don't know. I want people outside of the Splatoon sphere to, like, respect Octo Valley more. So maybe if I could somehow target it to, like, a broader audience. But I don't know how many non-Splatoon fans are going to click on a video about Splatoon 1 at this point. Like, that'd be a... I don't know how exactly I would kind of position that. Hello, Tom. Yeah. And, like, a lot of it is, like, I just feel like it would take a lot of convincing. Because, like, I do have a lot of nostalgia for it. A lot of it is just my personal bias, but then I do think there are things... There's specific level design, like, you know... There are traits of Splatoon's levels that I find lacking in later Splatoon games, and that is kind of the thing I feel like I've already talked about, where it's like, you kind of need the full perspective on the series to even, like, really understand or appreciate what I mean by that. So it's hard to just be like, I like this one better, without also, like, analyzing Splatoon 3, which, again, like, you know, my level ranking video wasn't much of an analysis, but it was me, you know, kind of covering the differences. It's just a lot. It's a more complex topic than it seems at first. You full combo S ranked the unbeatable 13-minute credit song? Well, geez, congrats. You're much better at the game than me. I feel like I would never even... Oh, I said I was gonna back out. I said I was... Why does it give you the cancel sometimes, but it didn't give me the cancel? Give me the cancel. No, no. Shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna play this one out because I don't want to get banned. Yeah, you'll be fine. Splatoon 1's level design. Well, it's like, the thing is, I feel like most people, like, acknowledge that Splatoon level design is good. It's specifically why Splatoon 1's is, like, different than Splatoon 3's. Unbeatable is very good. Yes, I would definitely recommend the game. Yeah, I mean, that's the hard part, is like, how do you make people care about talking about Splatoon level design who don't already care? And how do you make it clear that the first game does some things well without it just sounding like I'm being, like, you know, nostalgia biased and whiny? Because I think there is more to it. Obviously, I would not hold the opinion this long if I thought it was just nostalgia. I'm literally always jumping between the games. I do think there is, like, some merit to that opinion. It's just not one held by many people, or at least not one expressed often on the internet. Because I never see anyone talk about Octo Valley ever. And if they do, it's like the lore. I wanna put more time into arcade mode. I kind of just went through each song a couple of times and was like, okay, like, I've seen all the songs, but, like, I do want to try and grind it out a bit more. And also, like, I know they added the, like, episode select to the story. I don't know how much I care about, like, 100%ing it, and getting, like, all the secrets and everything, but I'd like to go back into it at some point. Yeah, I mean, my favorite level's from Octo Valley, but I don't know. I think there's a niche segment of the internet that agrees with me. Based on the comments I got from that video, there are people who in fact agree with me that Octo Valley still has some of the best levels in the series, but I don't know. It has very different level design than Octo Expansion. I normally say my favorite Splatoon single player is tied for Octo Valley and Octo Expansion, because they're not really trying to do the same thing most of the time. Obviously, Octo Expansion has like the clear conditions. I definitely enjoy, like, for the Octo Expansion levels that are just like a standard, like, get to the end of the level and reach the goal, I typically think those are weaker than Octo Valley. But they're not bad. They're not Alterna level of bad. So it's still like, it's a fair competition on all fronts, I think. But like, yes, there are Octo Valley levels I think are better than Octo Expansion levels for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like I can convince someone who's never played Splatoon 1. I kind of want to convince people who have. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's something I deeply care about, but it's like not something anyone else on the internet is really talking about. So I just want there to be discussion. I want it to like not be like an insane opinion to have, but for that to happen, I need to make anyone care that isn't me. Which is, I mean, that's my like whole drive to do YouTube, is like, I just want people to care so I can talk to them about things. So I don't know. Yeah, yes, I would like to talk more about Octo Valley someday. I don't know exactly what form it will take. Yeah, well, for sure, it is definitely, I think, a clear evolution from Mario Galaxy to 3D Land and World to Splatoon. Like, I do think that is exactly like where it is inspired from, and like how we got to that point. So that would definitely be a part of it. Hello, genius in math. Welcome. I will remember to back out. I will remember to back out of the room. I promise. I forgot, there's like that ringing in the Frosty Fest theme, or the wind theme, that always kind of annoys me. Yeah, I mean, that's the way a lot of people, I think, feel. Which I get. You know, like, Alterna is definitely, like, fine. It's, like, serviceable. It's probably even good by most people's standards. It's just, in the context of the Splatoon series, I just think it could have been so much better. Yeah. It's interesting how many people came from Animal Crossing. That's my one take where it's like, I don't know how to justify it, because I really don't like Return of the Mammalians Overworld, but like everyone else does. Like, even people I feel like who agree with me on like the actual level design, I'm like the only guy who doesn't like the Alterna hubs. And I need to like, for my own sake, I would like to figure out why there is that disparity. The only good SEO levels are stolen from one Octo Expansion or Mario. Sorta, yeah. Mostly I agree with you. I do think there's some pretty original ideas in there. The Zipcaster rocket phase is literally just a minigame in Twilight Princess. So it doesn't all come from Mario, but yeah. There's definitely lots of just like Nintendo inspiration. Little nervous since this is your first time here? Well, I mean, we're chilling, hanging out. No reason to be nervous. It's interesting to collect. See, I just wish there was more to the collection. I wish it was like a radar or like Because it's just like, it's little buddy tells you exactly where things are, and then you hold the trigger and shoot at them. It's not a fun mechanic to me. And maybe that's just my opinion. To me, there's nothing there. Like, there's no risk and reward, there's no, like, push and pull, it's just like, here's the thing, you press the trigger, you get the item. It's just like clicking a button, like... And not every mechanic needs to be super deep, but it's just like, it's just a nothing mechanic. Oh yeah, the dog moons in Odyssey are so bad. It is kind of a similar feeling, yeah. And also just the fact that sometimes you get nothing. Like, sometimes it'll shoot like, most of, like, the visible loot anchors always give you something. But once you've collected all of the loot anchors, little buddy will just jump out and be like, hey, there's a thing here. And you shoot it, and it's like 10 power eggs. And it's like, it's just a waste of my time. This is so annoying to me. That might just be a me problem. It actually, like, infuriates me that little buddy will just infinitely jump out of your pocket to point at a spot on the ground, and there's just nothing valuable there. That actually drives me insane. Yeah, I guess that's part of it for me, is that they kind of fall short aesthetically too. I mean, I went on that whole rant the other stream. There's cool details there, but there's so much that it's, like, really annoying. Like, the discrepancy between what walls count as inkable and which don't is, like, entirely random and, like, really poorly communicated. It's still, like, video gamey enough that it doesn't really feel like a lived-in space. Like, I just wish they committed one way or the other. Like, the abandoned station in Octo Expansion has, like, nothing going on video game-wise to make it that interesting, but it's, like, it's so detailed and feels so, like, much more realistic and lived in than, like, any other Splatoon environment that it totally makes up for it for me. Whereas Alterna is still, like, okay, but we're just on these, like, weird tiny islands. Like, it doesn't look like most of it is actually flooded. It's just weird. Like, it's not enough. It's not enough in either direction. The gameplay isn't good enough and the aesthetics aren't good enough for one to carry the other for me, I guess. It's just kind of mediocre on both fronts. I think that's what it is. Kind of sounds like nitpicks that have grown more yeah. I think it's more than nitpicks. I do think it's a little more than nitpicks. But yeah, I get that people aren't gonna, like, be as annoyed as me. I don't know. I guess it's just part of it is that it's been done better. I think part of the reason I'm such an apologist for, like, Octo Valley's hub design, you know, it has more interesting platforming, but is pretty basic and simple. You know, it isn't really until sites like, you know, it's like 3 and 5 have, like, actually cool platforming, and the others are just kind of whatever. And aesthetically, you know, it doesn't feel lived in. Part of that, I do think, works because it's the Altarians, it's not the humans. It is this, like, alien society with UFOs and hover tech and stuff. But also, it was the first game in the series. I just think the fact that Alterna, we've seen better. We had, you know, the Deep Sea Metro Central Station. We had the Abandoned Station. We had the Octo Expansion escape sequence. You know, we had seen better environments and we had seen better level design. And I just think Alterna is worse than so much of what had been done previously that it's hard for me to not be salty. Yeah, that too is like, did it collapse? I mean, it's just down to, like, things that, like, should be obvious. It's like, we fall through the hatch in the center of the dome, but then when we're inside the dome, there is no hatch and there's just a weird hole in the screen. And the logs say that, you know, the screens got shattered and all of the liquid crystals fell into the water. But then when we're there, it's entirely intact. So, like, did Mr. Grizz repair it? Does the hatch open up and just seal and become perfectly flush with the rest of the thing? Or did they just not model it, and are they lazy? Like, a little more visual storytelling, a little more textual, you know, backstory. They could have saved it, but there's just too many things that add up to me that it drives me insane. Yeah, the hole that only appears because they're like, oh right, the rocket has to have a hole to go through, and we forgot to put a hole there. I guess we'll just put a circle texture on the ceiling for this, like, 5 seconds of the cutscene. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, also the entire thing of, like, why do they need a rocket to go to the surface? Couldn't they have just made, like, a staircase? Like, yeah, it is just... I get why they did that. I do think the rocket is more striking. I get that they probably had, like, the space, you know, battle in mind. Like, I'm willing to suspend my disbelief a little bit there, because it's just, like, I could see how they would just think that'd be more interesting, but, like, yeah. Every stream has to have the Return of the Mammalians rant. I hope after Raiders we can just be like, guys, let's talk about how good Raiders is. Let's talk about how awesome this game is. It did give us good music, yeah. Will your next video have a Glenn Fiddler appearance? I don't believe I've currently worked him into the boss ranking video in any way. I don't know. I don't know if there's really an organic place to slot him in. But maybe I'll consider that. I've had 2 festival shells this entire time, by the way. I know that's not many, but it is some. And I would like 100x on stream. I've not gotten that in a very, very long time. Return of the Mammalians rant, yeah. Come on, there's so many guys. I really thought I could just like charge in that direction and end up hitting someone. Oh, you know what? I'll take that. I will take that. Festival shells are the things you get for winning a 10x battle that make it more likely to get a 100x battle. Which Splatoon boss do you think is easiest? I mean, it's like one of the bottom 3 I have on the list, probably. It's no, actually, it's definitely Octonozzle. Octonozzle, you literally have to, like, try to die. You have to, like, get hit by 2 of the, like, barrages of ink blobs without healing. Or, like, jump into the pool of ink in front of it. I don't think I've, like, actually ever died on that boss. My favorite part of Octonozzle is where he sits there staring at you the whole fight. Yeah. Well, because I pointed that out. I forget. I feel like I already said this in the last video, in the last stream, but when you like, Octonozzle has, like, the little, like, suction cup weak points, and when you shoot one of them, if it's charging up a shot and you break the weak point, it stops charging it. So, like, if you just shoot all the weak points, it, like, literally can't shoot at you. It, like, literally can't attack you if you play the fight fast enough. Side order bosses are included, yes. Octonozzle is the second boss, which would slightly justify it being as easy, except Octo Stomp is the first boss, and it's literally harder. So, it's not really a... I mean, Splatoon, honestly, Splatoon 1's bosses did a lot worse in the ranking than I thought they would. Besides Octavio, obviously. But Octo World doesn't have a lot going for it either. I think it's cool, and it's like novel the first time you fight it, but then it's like, okay, this guy has like one attack, and you just kind of shoot the ground. Like it's not that engaging on a replay. I like Splatoon's bosses, but or Splatoon 1's specifically, but yeah, I do think that they've made better ones since. So annoying, but a genuinely unique concept. Yeah, that's pretty much how my ranking went for it. Octo Shower is high. I'm a big fan of Octo Shower. I am, yes, I'm doing the rematches. Like everything you could consider a boss fight is counted on the list. There are 27 total. And it's going to be like over 2 hours, which I did not anticipate when first making it, but I apparently had a lot of things to say. Return of the Mammalians bosses are hit or miss. I really like Shiver. I think Shiver is like actually a fantastic boss fight and is not, I don't know, I don't feel like people like had that reaction fighting Shiver, but like I think Shiver is a really, really good boss. Fry and Big Man, not so much, especially Big Man, I do not think is very good. And Grizz is good. I don't like the Octobot King phase that much, but the first part of the Grizz fight is really, really good. Yeah, Octosong was just there for no reason. Okay, nice cracking. Yeah, Big Man, that's the thing. Big Man is a fun reference, but that's like the only thing going for it. When you actually like look at what the fight is, it's just not fun. And it's just not like unique. Like he just like spawns in bombs from multiplayer. Like lots of bosses use multiplayer things, like elements like on some level, but Big Man literally like just does that. Yeah. How did I feel when third gets released? I was excited. I have my live reaction as a video on the channel. I'm not like someone who cares as much about weapon kits. Like it is very cool to see. I definitely cared a lot more about Splatoon Raiders, but it is nice that we finally got them because the game did feel a little bit, you know, empty without them, I think. But I haven't like played that many of them. They haven't really changed the game for me personally long term, but I am glad they're there. It's more stuff to play against. You know, more people who like those weapons get more options, so yeah. Rewatching people's reactions to Raiders just to feel something? Yeah, I can relate. I know how that feels. I just love for us to actually have something of substance to talk about. It'll be so nice. Next month, just a few weeks, we'll make it. I think we got that. Twink Dualies, true. Cool. See you, Modus. Thanks for the games. Oh, finally. Finally, we are free from that rotation. Oh my god. Every reaction but yours cared way more about the weapon kits? Have you seen Rassicus reaction? I'm pretty sure they pretty sure they also cared more about raiders. Manta and ship shape. Okay. That's good. I'd low-key, I like the pro maps more if I'm being honest, but I want to keep playing with viewers, so we'll do we'll keep doing open. Let's gamble a little bit first. Yeah, they have a reaction. They post the reactions to most Splatoon news. Okay, nothing too exciting there. Yeah, I'll reopen. You can join curbing. I'm pretty much just doing a, like, you know, first come first serve, but I guess we can try, and if you guys don't mind letting the people who haven't played yet join this time. Well, I mean, it's fine. We'll see. Okay. I assume if you have Curb in your YouTube name and in-game name, I'm gonna assume that's the same person. Yeah, well, cause getting stuff like that, you know, the naturalistic environments, you know, and like stuff outside of like the city is like novel and new for Splatoon. So like it will be exciting to see all that kind of stuff. You're probably good, Octoseal. I don't know. It's fine. I did get a notification from Apple Arcade. What? How close? I should have checked how close I am to 6-star. I keep thinking I'm about to hit it, but it's more points than I think, I guess. Mantle looks good in Splatfest, I always forget. And a banger song. Why is it showing the default Weverse post? That's weird. Oh, hello. Oh, nice. I see you, Narson. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh. Oh, geez. They have our entire spawn. I was like, I thought I was the blue team for a second. I should have thrown out that wall so much earlier. I knew they were going to come around. What is the significance of Orca other than... Yeah, I don't know. I wish we knew more about Orca. I don't really think there's much more going on there than meets the eye. It's just human supercomputer. Ardnan had a Orca theory from like years ago that I thought was kind of interesting. I wasn't like fully on board with it, but it's the only interesting thing I've ever heard anyone say about Orca. So maybe check that out. But yeah, besides that, I don't know. You watched that? You have watched all content ever made on Orca then, I think. Dang. Yeah, it was that video. Which is a neat idea. I mean, I think the Splatfest themes are something they could elaborate on. There was like a 2015 or 16 interview where they suggested like the idea behind Splatfest was that like humans sent a signal into space that was then like rebounded by a satellite and like reached the Inklings over the course of 12,000 years. I see a pinky. Okay, I'll back out then and remake the lobby. But yeah, the only like actual really specific explanation for Splatfest themes was in like a random interview from like 2015 or 2016. So I would not mind, even if it was a bit of a retcon, if they did incorporate Orca or just had some other explanation for Splatfest themes. That would be cool. That is certainly something they could expand upon. I mean, that would be in line with kind of my Splatoon 4 theory video. Just as a way to incorporate, like, you know, Splatfest, humans, celebration into, like, the themes of the story. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic. I can check how close I am. Oh, wow. I am very, very close. Less than 2,000 points. That'll be satisfying, at least. I guess we don't. We had like 2 separate full lobbies, and now we don't have anyone joining. That's fine. Oh, you're in a battle right now. Okay. Okay. We'll just go ahead and do it. Oh, you're on Team Family? Fair enough. I do, sorry, I'm just like looking at my own stream overlay. I really want to, I've been talking about adding that like isopadre forever. I really need to finish that. I want to get like all that upgraded before Raiders happens. Because I'll probably do my full playthrough like with this overlay, because I want to stream it. Raiders and Deltarune Chapter 5 in the same year is still crazy to me. That's... I will not be a normal person. How did isopadre escape the metro? That's a good question. That was kind of a really underwhelming thing, I feel like, with Splatoon 3. They did talk about it in an interview, but they kind of casually just said like he just left. Well, and it was stupid too. It was like they said like he left because he wanted to use the claw machine in Inkopolis Square, and it's like, dude, like he was a little deeper than that, right? Like he was like, he talks about like dreams and like, you know, he's there. I feel like he's a very kind of I don't know, a lot of his stuff to me comes across as kind of like self-deprecating. Like to me, he like felt like he wasn't worthy to go to the surface, and he was like, you know, eight showing up and like, you know, passing the test was kind of this like, you know, spark of hope in his life. Like I just don't even think it's reading into it that much. It's like basically that's just what he says in his dialogue, and then in Splatoon 3 they're just like, oh yeah, he just like, he kind of left. he didn't want to be there anymore. It's like, well dude, then why was he there the whole time? Like why was he he was in the deep sea metro for so long that he forgot his own name, and you're telling me he could just go? I mean, you know, I like to think at least like, you know, Commander Tartar needed to be defeated for him to be able to leave. But I did not like how like nonchalantly they just kind of threw that out, that like, oh yeah, he just left. Can either of us land a shot? Okay, well, not me, I guess. I mean, if I really want to look into it, right, a big part of 8's, you know, desire to see the surface was because they read the High Kara Walker magazine. So maybe when 8 left, Isopadre like saw the magazine, and that's how he found out about it. That might even be, I forget if that's said explicitly. I don't think it is. In the interview, I'm pretty sure they just said like he found out about it, but at least that would be like, you know, it would still be like 8 inspiring him in some way to leave for the surface. But yeah, that was actually something in that that comic I made in like 2019. I had a part where like my version of Agent 8 went back into the deep sea metro to like go back for Isopadre basically. So yeah, needless to say, I was a little let down when he just sort of spawned on the surface. He just got like /TP'd up here, because I effectively wrote my own fanfic for how Isopadre got to the surface in like 2019. So yeah, I thought it was a little lame, but you know, it's what it is. I know Isopadre. He's one of my favorite characters, and it seems like they definitely cared about him when making an Octo expansion, but, you know, I mean, they could have, they wanted to make a deep backstory for him for how he got to the surface in Splatoon 3, they could have. I guess I shouldn't justify it. That would have been cool. But, yeah, oh well. I mean, I would love that. I don't think they would ever put the focus on Isopadre that much. I don't think they care about him that way, the way I do, or at least like the community at large doesn't. You know, 8 after Octo expansion, 8 could carry their own DLC, and Marina could. I don't know if Isopadre could. Cypher is my #1 op. Yeah. I mean, Cypher's like so. Cypher's fine. It's just that Isopadre was so much more than he needed to be, so then Cypher being like the bare minimum of what it needed to be is like, okay. Hello, Splatoon nerd. We have 3 in the room, but we didn't back out. So if, yeah, we'll back out next time. Sorry. I feel bad backing out during Splatfest because it deletes the entire room. It's not how like a normal open lobby works. So then I'm scared like people are gonna, you know, advance into the next game and then I'm not going to. It just takes more communication and it's annoying, and I don't know why they still haven't fixed it after 3 years, but yeah. How am I today? I'm pretty good. We are chilling. We have better maps now. I'm glad we have a better rotation to work with. Yeah, I mean, they did really bait us with Cypher. I really think putting Cypher in the promo art like that. Like, my first... I still have that video up of me reacting to that art for the first time. And I was like, oh, well, this guy's probably, like, the villain. And no, Cypher's literally just nothing. I mean, the side order, for the most part, I think the side order art is, you know, it's working with what it's got. I think it's kind of crazy that they managed to fit 3 bosses into the key art. I feel like they could just use, like, the tower. I think the art is really cool. I think the art is good, but it also is, like, here is, like, literally everything in the whole game. Which is kind of crazy in retrospect. Like, I don't know. I feel like the Splatoon 1 art is honestly still my favorite. And Return of the Mammalians is the worst. And that's not... I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's one thing most people can agree on. The Return of the Mammalians key art is so boring compared to all the others. Neo 3 is really committed to just being like the absolute most boring agent of all time. I think I will stand in a neutral pose in my key art for the campaign. Like, yeah, okay. Go girl, give us nothing. They could have at least aura farmed like they do at the end of all the levels, you know, giving us like some kind of pose or anything. Yeah. I mean, the masks are cool, like Deep Cut's masks, but like that's just like a part of their character design. I don't really feel like it's like... I don't know. Yeah, there wasn't really anything to analyze. And to be fair, Octo Expansion's art... Well, actually, it depends what you consider the key art. The 3D art is like kind of whatever. I mean, I like that render of 8 a lot, and it's cool seeing like a, you know, really, you know, detailed quality render of the Deep Sea Metro train, but the 2D art for Octo Expansion is like fantastic. That's probably the best one, actually. I do like that they make a whole new like 3D art cover for the DLCs also, because it makes it feel more like, you know, its own game. You're getting on a Google slide so your parents can guess the name of Splatoon characters? Those videos are always interesting. I don't feel like... I don't even know how my parents would react if I tried to ask them to do something like that. Oh, really? 1%, man. I want new Raiders art. I mean, obviously I do, but like, I really am curious to see. Hey, 6-star, 96 gal, deco. Might as well put that on. Replace the old one. Not quite as satisfying as like a 5-star or a 10-star because it just has the little thing there, but still a nice milestone to reach. Oh, to send out the invite. Yeah, I'm just so curious what the cover will look like. Because, like, we've never had the idols on the cover. Because they've always kind of, like... It's kind of weird with the idols, because it's like, they're the face of the game, but they're also kind of secondary to, like, the promotional, like, Inkling and Octoling characters. But with Raiders, Deep Cut will, you know, effectively be the main characters of the game alongside the mechanic. So we're probably going to get them, like, 3D art of Deep Cut on the cover of the game. I just feel like, I feel like there's no way the cover won't go hard. And just all the, like, promo renders of the mechanic. I'm just so excited. I mean, that's what's so exciting. Like, it's not even just getting a trailer, because pretty much whenever, you know, when we get this next trailer, we're probably also going to get, like, a whole, like, Twitter thread with a bunch of art and, like, extra information and stuff to go over. It's just gonna be so much to, like, look at. It'll just be the next, like, you know, phase of Splatoon, and I'm just so ready for that. Yeah, we're probably not gonna get, like... Because obviously, like, you know, Splatoon mainline games get art for, like, every single Splatfest, and I don't think we're gonna get, like, that much, but also... most single-player first-party Nintendo games get, like, multiple renders of the main character. So, like, we've pretty much only gotten one real, like, key art for each of the agents. Maybe, like, one or two. There's, like, with 8, it's a little different because they had, like, promo renders for, like, playable Octolings alongside, you know, them as Agent 8. But, like, Agent 3 doesn't even have a 3D render at all. It's literally just that one piece of 2D art. Agent 4... kind of has renders. They're not like the super high quality ones though. It's like in-game model. Same thing with Neo 3. Whereas with Raiders, like, we're probably gonna get like multiple really high quality renders the way we do for just like the generic Inklings and Octolings in the mainline games. Yeah, I do think, like, Deep Cut, I don't think they're always gonna have the idols. I think this just kind of happened to work out, where it's like they're already treasure hunters, so it kind of fit into the, like, you know... I would imagine, with it being Nintendo, whatever the gameplay is, supposedly it will have to do something with raiding, you know, some kind of, like, tombs or temples or, you know, ruins, and getting treasure, and, you know, Deep Cut just kind of organically slots into that as existing characters. The idols are always very boring characters to me. People definitely overhype them. I think some people are, like, way more into them than me. I do think Pearl and Marina are some of just the, especially, I mean, I think Marina, I've said this many times, I think Marina is the best written character in the series, so I do think she is interesting and deserving of, like, praise and, like, story focus. And I do like the Squid Sisters when they're done well, but they just normally don't try that hard with them. So, yeah. I partially agree. I definitely think there are, I hope there are other interesting characters. As much as I want there to be, like, a small cast, I think, like, you know, at least one other supporting character, kind of like a Isopadre Cypher type role, even like Sea Cucumber type role, and then the antagonist would be good. Shoot. So I hope whoever the supporting character is interesting and cool and has actual writing and isn't just Cypher too. But we will see. I do think Deep Cut, like, Deep Cut has always had potential. They have always had potential as characters, they just have really never lived up to it. So, I'm willing to give them benefit of the doubt until we see the game. I hope they make them interesting. I do feel like we need proper, like, reveals. I think a part of what made Marina a lot more compelling, at least to me, is, like, you know, oh, like, we saw that she was an Octoling, but no one knew why she was an Octoling. You know, as far as we knew, Nintendo just did that because they wanted to, and because it looked cool. But then it's like, oh no, she was actually, you know, involved with the story of Splatoon 1. She was an, you know, Octarian soldier. She worked for DJ Octavio. It's like some kind of a just, like, big reveal like that, like if it's more information on like the clans that, like, you know, the different deep cut families, you know, their connection to Splatfest, or like, I mean, I hope it's less about Splatfest honestly and more just about them. I know Fry has like sisters. I don't know what that would like tell us about her, but like, yeah, just anything like that kind of thing, just things to humanize them, things to give them any kind of depth. Which I do feel like is just kind of the most obvious step. Like, I guess, like, there's definitely some kind of, like, lost civilization that's going on in Raiders, and I think a lot of the lore will be about them. But I just feel like the next, you know, most obvious thing is, like, okay, let's figure out ways to characterize Deep Cut in new ways. Uh-oh. I got a lot at the end there, I'm not sure. Yeah, I hope we can expect better than Demon King Secret Stones. I do think even Return of the Mammalians is better than Tears of the Kingdom story, so... God, I'm playing it so brainless, I didn't even see what you were playing. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't go too generic with it. Oh, S-Blast, yeah. The thing with Splatoon is, like, we have the humans, so it's like, it's almost weird to have a lost, like, squid civilization when we already have lost humanity. So, yeah, I don't know about the salt people. I don't know what they're doing with them, but I think it can be handled well. I just hope it ties, like, I don't want it to be too connected to the existing games, and I don't want it to be too distinct. Like, I want it to expand Splatoon's world without just feeling like its own world. Like, I know it's gonna be like a standalone story, but I want it to still tie back in a way that makes sense. Tears of the Kingdom was the worst story I've ever seen in a video game. Yeah, I mean, at least for like a, you know, blockbuster AAA game, it was very bad. I've probably seen worse ones in like a mobile game, but yeah. I don't know. I don't think it would be DLC on the level of like an Octo expansion or side order. It might get like a... I don't know. It might get something, but I don't think it would be like as big a deal as a mainline DLC. I mean, yeah, everything seems to be getting DLC at the moment, but DLC for a spin-off game, I mean, I guess that's not like unheard of either. I don't know. Probably. Probably will be something, but I don't think it'll be huge. We've been getting a lot of mirror matches, by the way, wow. Oh, shoot. I mean, ZA, again, that's not really Nintendo. Nintendo did do Donkey Kong DLC immediately, though, so, yeah. I get it. I think it's, yeah. They like money. We'll see. No, that's the thing. Tears of the Kingdom does a lot of really... There are a lot of specific moments. I will always say the ending of the game is, like, genuinely beautiful. There are lots of ideas it had, but, like, at the end of the day, it's just kind of, like, hype moments and aura, and not actually, like... There aren't, like, themes. You know? The theme of the game is supposed to be about connection, but, like... That's just not really executed in, like... really in any aspect of the game outside of like Link and Zelda finding each other again. Like, I don't know. Yeah, connect with the sages, who we are not going to make remotely interesting as characters, and who we are going to give a terrible gameplay gimmick that you will probably turn off most of the time. And, I mean, it just wasn't new. Like, the idea of, like, uniting the people of Hyrule against the threat of Ganon, it's like, yeah, that's what we did in Breath of the Wild. Like, it wasn't a new idea. That's also what you do in, like, most Zelda games. Like, I don't know. It wasn't, yeah. Yeah, the Northern Lights are so pretty on this map. Wish we could see them in Recon, but it's still pretty. I thought the theme was power corrupts. I mean, that's just like a core principle of Zelda. You know, the Triforce of Power, like that's not a theme. that's just a bad guy. Like, that's just obvious. I don't know. That's not a story theme. That's like a kind of like a, I don't know. It could be a story theme, but they didn't. That's not what Ganondorf is even about. Ganondorf is like, I don't know. I'm not gonna analyze Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf. He sucks. I don't care. The DK DLC felt so un-Nintendo to me. It was expensive, bad, and rushed. Yes and no. I don't think Emerald Rush is a bad mode. DK Isle being a part of the DLC was definitely scummy. That should have just been in the base game. It's weird that there were no actual collectibles on it. That was kind of lame. I think Emerald Rush is fine, though. So, I like half agree. It was too soon and too expensive, though. From what I've seen, the only way to really appreciate Tears of the Kingdom story is to, like, translate, or, like, you know, look at the original Japanese translation and, like, know about, like... there's some, like, cool inspirations. I don't know. I saw some video. There's, like, kind of some interesting idea with, like, the elements and, like, the gloom being, like, miasma and, like... There's some, like, visual storytelling going on in the depths where, like, there are roots coming out of the... you know, kind of Ganon's, like, layer, like, the gloom origin, and it's, like, sapping the life away. Like, there's some stuff like that going on, and again, like, the, you know, the visuals, like, the Link failing to catch Zelda's hand at the start of the game, and then successfully grabbing her hand at the end of the game. Like, there's satisfying, like, things. There's, like, iconography, and, like, you know, they're pulling from, like, elements of, like, mythology and symbolism that other things have used well. And it's like they just kind of like take it and it like kind of works, but it's just not really compelling on its own or in the way it's presented in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. Oh. Oops. Cool. Nice. Yeah, this one's pretty good. This is the one I kind of get sick of, I feel like, by the end of Splatfest, but I do like it. Just a little repetitive. Ow. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. The golden... What even is the golden Sheldon badge? Is there a golden Sheldon badge? I'm blanking on what that is. Have 50 weapons at 4-star freshness. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I even knew that existed. Wait, that seems insane. I feel like I'm never getting that. I do not play 50 weapons. Oh, it was added in 10. Oh. What is Sheldon's maze? You just had to be there. Yeah, I have like nothing at 4 stars. I mean, I obviously do, but it's not more than like 5 or 6, I don't think. I do really like this song. We could do team comps. I haven't actually like bothered with the synergy thing in so long. Because normally when I play with friends, they just like, you know, we kind of just want to play the weapons we want to play, but I did get my 6-star on this weapon, to be fair, so maybe I could switch off to something else. Although I am going to end stream in like 15 minutes. Dun, dun, dun. I still don't have the gold Turf War badge, by the way. I have gold Splat Zones, Rainmaker, and Tower Control. And I do not have gold Turf War badge. Yes, or it's either that or 1,000 wins. Because the specials, I think the special badges are 1,200 wins. Just 100x, nice. I guess we are probably not getting one this stream unless we get lucky in these last few games. you doing? I guess you're getting away. Did not think that would work. Why'd they all just decide to climb that sponge at the same time? That was so weird. I do not have gold clamblets. I am a normal person and I do in fact dodge clamblet solo queue. I still play it a decent amount, but I'm not surprised I don't have the badge yet. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing that guy for another minute. Thank you. Okay. Dude, sprinkler spam. Stop. Cool. Dude, I was just trying to like get a better angle. It's not nearly as bad as Splatoon 2, but it's still my least favorite mode. I think we got it back that time, but I'm not sure. Still not sure. I think we got it. Oh, wow. 0.4%. I'll take it. Nintendo 73,000 gold aerospace players. Yeah. I mean, normally the Booyah spam isn't even that annoying to me, but that guy was spamming sprinklers. It's like, that's not even effective, I don't think. I don't know why you're doing that. Oh, I was playing this some the other day, and it was fun. Yeah, Clan Blitz is fun with friends. I like it with friends, I just don't like it solo. Aerosprays and bad KDs, yeah. Go together. Played Aerospray with sticks when I started because I was dumb. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people can relate. I just never liked Aerospray, even when I was bad at the game. Something about it just was not appealing to me, so I was never an Aerospray player. I've genuinely like barely touched them in all 3 games. But I mean, it gets you results in Turf War, so I can't really blame people for using it. But yeah, I don't quite see the appeal myself. All it does is teach bad habits and uninteractive playstyles to new players. Yeah. A little bit. But I don't know. I guess I don't feel like it's that unhealthy for the game, because it's like, once you know how to play the game, you don't use it. So like, I think the weapon itself is bad enough at killing I get what you're saying, but I think it just makes sense as like a casual playstyle. How radically different do you think Raiders will be from the rest of the series? I mean, the fact that the controls, as far as we know, are not radically different does, like, limit it in what it can be, I think. But I do feel like the structure... I think, like, the structure and level design are gonna be, like, the big things that are different. I think there's gonna be, like, a different kind of objective instead of just, like, reaching the end of a linear level. Worried that Raiders might have durability. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like durability as like a trend is not like as much of a thing. Maybe it still is, I don't know. And I liked Breath of the Wild durability. I did not really like Animal Crossing durability. But I also understood the point of it. I don't know. I kind of get it in Animal Crossing. It's definitely not a thing every game needs to have, and definitely like too many games started putting it in, but like I don't know. I don't know if it would really, I don't know how good or bad it would be in Splatoon until I would see it implemented. Because the way Splatoon single players are set up since Octo Expansion has already been that you're constantly changing between weapons anyway. It's like I don't know how much of a difference it would make. Like, you know, you play one Octo Expansion level with the Charger, and you play the next with a Splatter Shot. You know, if Raiders has you're playing a Charger and it breaks and you have to switch to a Splatter Shot, like I don't think that would like ruin it. I just, yeah, I would question the need for it, but that would depend on the structure of the entire game. So yeah, literally the only thing we know that's different is the robot, and we don't know what the robot does. So I hope the robot isn't like annoying. Like, I don't know. It does scare me a little bit just because it looks more like a thing that would be for like combat, or like as someone who wants the game to be more platforming focused, us having this big bulky robot walking behind us doesn't fill me with confidence that we're going to be doing a lot of platforming. But you know, I don't know if that will always be there. I don't know what it will do. So it's too early to really say. Emotional support robot. Well, I don't think that would be good either. Because then it would probably be like Small Fry, where it's just making a stupid beeping sound every 5 seconds and makes me angry. Like, a dodge roll and a Souls, like, I mean, we have Squid Roll, so technically one step of the way there. I can't even imagine what like a Splatoon like fat roll would look like a like super slow, dramatic, like broadsword dodge roll. To remind you that your battery is low. I mean, 5 from Skyward Sword is more of a character than Orca, so that would still arguably be an improvement. I mean, you know, beep is not the correct word, but it makes it like a ding. It was what I was talking about earlier. Once you've 100%ed a site in Alterna, Small Fry will still get like the exclamation point and jump out of your pocket and run over to a hole in the ground just for you to shoot it and get like 5 power eggs. And it makes me irrationally angry. Especially when I'm trying to get pictures in photo mode, because he still does it when you're in photo mode. Okay, I think I will do one more match. These 5 power eggs are game changing. I mean, no, they're not, but like also, I don't know. Anything Alterna related? Yeah, most things do, yeah. I don't know about, I don't know, like survival, the only survival game I've ever cared about is like Minecraft. And I feel like that's like a different type of thing. Like, I don't know how a survival loop would really work in Splatoon. Like, are you gonna have like hunger? Like, I don't know. I think like managing resources could be cool, but like I just don't feel like, for me, I feel like that would end up probably still being too focused on like combat and just end up feeling like, you know, I don't want it to just feel like side order like Splat Zones levels. And if you're like defending a base from enemies, I feel like it would just feel like that. I don't know. Callie in the thumbnail is the highlight of the stream, true. I have no idea what Big Man's gonna do. I assume they'll have like... I would like for like each of them to have a role. I don't know, we saw Shiver fishing, so maybe it's like... we can like find bait and like give it to Shiver and like unlock items. I don't know. It'd be cool if like each of them had a role, like if Big Man and Fry like make things. It would be nice if they were useful, I guess, just from an in-universe perspective, because like I always hate when the idols and stuff are just like sitting around doing nothing the whole game. Like Return of the Mammalians. I think if Big Man could swim and we could like ride on top of him to go to different islands, that would be kind of awesome, actually. Fishing low-key could be cool just because they could do the thing that some games do where you can fish up like random objects, and that would be like a fun way to get lore. But I don't know, I'm not like I'm not ride or die on a fishing minigame. It would just be kind of cool. Well, the boat, it's like a raft like platform. It doesn't really look super mobile to me. I've also imagined being able to ride the Zapfish before, the Great Zapfish. I feel like we're a little too late for that now. I feel like if anything was going to do that, it would be like the ending of Return of the Mammalians, like flying back from space. Shiver got luck at the sea too? I mean, she would be the type of person. That's her one character trait so far, is that she's greedy. So, who knows? I mean, it's a little bit of an exaggeration, obviously, but that's kind of her main thing. I do think all of their designs are honestly just like a straight upgrade, though. All of Deep Cuts. Like, I like their Raiders designs so much more than their base ones. I don't know if that's just a recency bias thing. I never liked Shiver's hair. I don't like Shiver's hair normally, and I like her hair in Raiders a lot more. Master Mega might be there. I guess it's a little weird because they like, obviously Master Mega wasn't in the helicopter, but like I could see a scene where Shiver's like, hold on, I'll call out to him, and she like whistles out to the ocean, and then Master Mega just shows up. That feels like a thing they would do. So, very possible. That actually, I could see that being how we get across the islands, is actually we ride on Master Mega. Yeah, I mean, we've seen some casual fits for them in like Splatfest art and stuff. Shoot. Oh shoot, that's what I wanted to do to you. I was gonna go for a vertical flick. Okay. Like all these jumps are dangerous, but I want to get in there. Nice. Cool. Alright. Nice ending on a win. That will be the stream for today. Thank you guys for hanging out. No, you know you're beating my team? Well, that's how it goes. I'm gonna head out like right now though, so thanks for being here. Boss ranking video should be out this month, making good progress. And then hopefully February we get Raiders. I'll see you guys next week, the next stream. Till then, thanks for watching. This has been Cosmic. Farewell.